guys, welcome to my channel. I think this is the most makeup free I have ever appeared on this channel. Today we are going to be trying to do a full face, or as much of a face as we can do, with Kosas Beauty. I really got a kick out of everything that I read and heard about Kosas online, and I thought I would give them a try. I also have the brand new, what all started it was the brand new Revealer foundation, and I've heard so much good stuff about the Revealer concealer. It's supposedly really good for dry skin. It does look a little bit different color than my skin, but I don't know how well the coverage is on it. I've heard lots of different things about it, but I got a kit where I got the Revealer foundation, which is what I'm really interested in, the concealer, and a little cloud setting setting powder. And I got the shade Airy in this, and there was a little kit that came together. And then in the foundation we have shade hold on a second here, Very Light Cool. And you will not be able to read that because my lights are too bright. I need to turn down the brightness so things can be read. But it's Very Light Cool 120. So that's the foundation. And then the concealer is 1.5 Light Cool. So, or Very Light Cool, or is it Light Cool? It says light. Yeah, I need my glasses again. All right. These are terrible glasses. I need to get my prescription redone. I can't even see out of these. I don't know. Can you guys read that? Try to hold it still so it focuses. But anyhow, so yeah, they also had, I went back and got bronzer because I was really interested to try this brand. I really love clean beauty, and I've noticed that my skin is so sensitive now in my age, the 40s, I guess, has gotten increasingly sensitive all the time. And I have so many problem areas with my skin, with dryness and just not even application, no matter what I do, no matter what primer I use. So I just started going with something lighter coverage because I really don't have a whole lot of things I want to cover. I do have the scarring under my nose. You can see clearly without makeup on. There's where the tissue built up and is messed up, is right in here. And under here, under my nose, you'll see a lot of red scarring in here because this scar, I landed, it just went up like this on my nose when I had my accident in 2020. If you're new, I'm sorry. I am kind of randomly starting with you without even telling you my backstory. But in 2020, June 5th of 2020, I had an accident while running and fell and smashed out my front teeth and broke my upper jaw. It was a hairline fracture. I am lucky I didn't actually break my nose. Well, maybe, I don't know how lucky it is because I could have maybe gotten a free nose job, right? Because, I do have the deviated septum. I don't know if you could see that. And I'm just straight up. So this one nostril is smaller than this one. I can't really breathe out of this side of my nose. Joy. So much fun. And I have a humongous nose. I should be able to breathe really well. All that aside, we're just gonna get started, I suppose. I even got eyebrow products in this little lovely bag. I got as much Kosas makeup as I could because I really wanted to do the full face experience. So we're gonna start with brows because you can see this is what I'm dealing with. This is all I've got of brows. So that's fun. But I got a little brow pencil in the shade medium brown. Look at how beautiful the packaging is. That's just the cutest thing. I also got a medium brown So we have I had to cut something out. We have a eyebrow pencil in this adorable packaging. It's hot pink. It's in the shade medium brown. And then we have this eyebrow gel in the medium brown as well. It is called Airbrow. And I think both of these are Airbrow, actually. I think that's what they just call it. But it's in this adorable pink packaging. I thought, why not? I even got some of their like little 10-second eyes to try their little things. I got a bronzer in light, right? That's what it is. Light. Yeah, light. I also got a blush, and the blush is in longitude 0. And this is what she looks like. It's got like a little highlighter to go with it. Very cute. I even have some mascara and lippy options, and I even got the little clear brow gel, which is cute too. This is the clear brow gel. I just love a clear brow gel. I just do. We have a little tiny mascara, a lipstick in a nice pretty red. That's really not going to go with what I'm wearing today though. I just love a red though. I thought I had gone with the one that leaned pink, but it came with the blush, so maybe I didn't have a choice. I don't know. It is in the shade Electra. It's a nice, brilliant red. I also have like a sample of a lip gloss. It's their lip oil, Kosas lip oil. I forget what shade. Let's see. It says on something. Golly, why is this with packages with white writing on it? What? Unbothered. It's unbothered. And I am definitely bothered. So this is an extra. I do have an extra blush and a extra unbothered lip oil for the 500 subscriber giveaway, which I'm going to announce probably next week. We just got to get up to a 500 subscribers for this thing to happen, but we can do that. I know we can. You guys are awesome like that. And I'm so thankful for all of you guys who've been here the entire journey. Very, very grateful for you. I also got a free sponge. I will try to use this since it's for this revealer set, and we'll give it a go. I'm just gonna use like a spray to moisten it with. Moisten. I shouldn't say that. I'm either gonna use this or my e.l.f., but one of them is going to be the moisture for the sponge. Well, let's go ahead and get started on the brows. So I'm going to use the pencil. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is what I'm dealing with. This is my face. So I have a little bit of a brow stuff left over probably from yesterday, but on that side. But then this side just is, you know, it wants to be a bushy brow, but it stops right here. And then the hair starts to grow down here, so I end up having to pluck. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why that's a thing. Like what, my eye on this side does it too. I'm just not sure why that happens. So I'm going to use my little Melt Cosmetics mirror to do this. And we're going to check out that point. It looks very gray. Very gray, but we're going to try this. Okay, we're starting to get a line in there. I wish I wouldn't do that with my brow when I'm trying to do this. Think of the way I do my brows. I constantly look skeptical because one of them's always up. Anybody else out there do this? Give themselves a skeptical looking brow. I usually don't do my brows on film just because the process is weird. What I go through to actually have to draw on full brows. Back over to this one. It's pretty dark and it's got like a lot of pigment. I do like that. I'm not upset about that. That's pretty cool. So let's just get this brow in a little bit better. Okay, well, that's a good start. I'm not going to put on the gel yet. I always put that on last. So I have an idea about what I want to do with the eyes because the other stuff is just a more natural, like just touch it with your hands kind of deal. I want to do a base because I need to have a base. So I'm going to use the bronzer in the shade Light. I'm going to use that as my base with a dirty brush. Please don't judge me. I used this brush yesterday. Ooh, she's a little shimmery, so it's still going to be shimmer. It's not going to be like a too powdery of a finish. But we're just going to do this just to have something in the crease. Yesterday, I wore the Wild Child palette that I got in that giveaway that my friend did here on YouTube. And I loved it. I don't know if anybody else liked it, but I really loved it. It was perfect. So thank you so much, Sarah. I don't know if you even are watching my videos, but if you are, thank you. I really love that Wild Child palette. I think it's going to be a hard favorite. It's kind of a like basic palette, but I love a basic palette because I'm a basic bee. Biz, 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 biz. I'm going to use a little bit more of this bronzer. I do like this bronzer. I know that everybody says that Kosas products have a tendency to lean to the orange side. So I'm not really seeing that right this very second, but we're about to find out, aren't we? All right. I'm just going to go ahead and go down the eyelid with it. And then we'll put the other stuff on after. I think I want to just skip ahead to the foundation because, you know, that's what I'm really here for. That's what started this whole journey, was this trying this revealer foundation. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put this back over here. I've already primed. I used, because Kosas I didn't see a primer. Did they have a primer and I just missed it? I already primed with the First Aid Beauty primer. This is what the revealer sponge looks like. It's really cute, nice firm sponge. I'm going to try with the JSC Holy Mist. I'm going to spray it with that. I'm going to spray both sides of it. Oh, this stuff smells good. I gotta put some on. I'm sorry. All right. We're going to try foundation first. There's the bottle. It's really pretty. I really love the little like frosted glass look. And it is glass, by the way. And again, just so we review this, the shade is Cool 120. Very light Cool 120 is the shade. I'll just pop that. I'm going to put it on this end here. Just going to go. Everybody says their stuff leans orange, so we're about to judge that ourselves. Now, I don't like to put on a lot. I know there's some people who are like full coverage bees, but I am not a full coverage bee. I'm okay with, other than covering the redness and toning down the redness, and covering my scarring from my fall, then I really don't, I really don't have a lot I want to cover. So one of my friends who took Lipstick Nick's course, Miss Christy, I know you are watching. She had told me the last time I used a sponge, I was pulling with it, and she's like, "Don't do that. You just roll and tap." So I'm gonna roll and tap because she would know because she went to school for this. So no more pulling on my skin with that. I do love a finish with a brush though, so I will blend everything into the skin really well with a brush, just because I feel like when you have fine lines and you're not spring chicken anymore, sometimes it helps. My skin is kind of leaning orange today anyhow. Maybe it's all the orange I'm wearing. Because if you look at the top of my head and you look down here, maybe it's just all the freckles. I don't know. So let me get up close for you guys to see. I do have on a little plumping clear lip gloss because it also has moisturizers in it, and my lips were looking really rough, like super dry. I mean, they're out there, and then the first thing you notice is big crusty dry lips. That's no bueno. So I'm gonna just pat this on. Pat, 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 pat. No dragging. Okay. So it is a little yellow leaning. Not bad though. Like, I think it's really hard for makeup companies to do cool leaning stuff. So everything always ends up leaning a little warm. Especially the prestige brands. I don't know what the difficulty is because I am not a chemist and I'm not a creator, a makeup creator. I guess, I don't know what the words I'm looking for are. Sometimes words just, my mouth and brain just don't want to work together. I'm probably going to use my brush to just really get this to sink in, but it's sitting really nicely on the skin. Let me tell you, it's not itching at all. It's usually a big problem with me. It's itchy and redness, and then it kind of piling weird on the skin. But I don't seem to be having any of those problems with it. It seems to be sitting very nicely on the skin. Skin feels very nice and moisturized. I mean, I've probably done the most for moisturizing, probably more than I needed to do. But I just really like dewy skin. Okay, and now I am going to use my trusty blending brush. This is just an e.l.f. blending brush. And I'm just going to use that to just blend that the rest of the way into the skin. And it's just a very light coverage. It's not a whole lot, but sometimes you don't need a lot. And the skin looks so dewy, so hydrated. I have to say, I do really like that. It is a little bit oranger than my neck, but it's kind of a common problem I have. And I don't really feel like putting on layers after layers after layers. So something like this is nice. I think they really are going for a very natural look. So we're going to come back later and talk about this too, to pick up my daughter. But all right, now we're going in with the concealer, and the concealer is in 1.5. I think it's a very light, cool as well. I think it looked a little gray in the packaging. I hope it looks less gray once it's on the skin. I don't know. I do hear people say that cool people tend to have like a gray tinge to their skin, like the cool toned people. So we're going to put some in here. in here. And I'm going to go right in the edge of the scarring, just to, you know, clean that up a bit. And then I have a dark spot. When you come from a family of Italian American mother who can just go out in the sun, and you don't know any better because you're like, Mommy doesn't do this. Why do I have to do this? But you don't realize you're going to need to do that. And the lighting's kind of crappy because, well, I don't have really great lighting. Let's just be honest. I don't have really great lighting. So I need to work on that. That's one of the things one of the little treats I'm going to buy for my channel as we grow. I really want to get a little bit more professional than we've been. That's just because I've been also trying to save money and then also not miss a lot of these new releases, especially when it's something that I'm interested in. I don't know. I kind of want to change the, not only budget friendly thing, because I've been trying to focus on budget friendly stuff, but then we find something like this, and clean beauty is not usually budget friendly. It's usually on the expensive side, but I do know how to find codes, and I use little code finder things. I need to get like on one of their like sponsorships, because I use a lot of these things like Retail Me Not. You still see a little darkness peeking through, but it is a very natural finish, and I do really, really enjoy that. I feel like it's still me. Like, I feel like me, and like, even from far away, it still looks like me. It's just, I have some serious dark circles. I have very serious dark circles. I don't know if it's because of being, Italian, and my mom has the dark circles, and it's like kind of like a family thing. Her side of the family, the Italian side, they all have these gorgeous, brilliant blue eyes, but they have they get dark circles real easy. So that's no bueno. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go down this line in my forehead. You can see all the lines in my forehead. I don't know if that's the brush not the brush, the blender that's doing that, but I just need to take a brush to it. So I'm going to just blend that in with a brush real quick. And just get in there on that forehead and get that stuff sunk into those lines. So it's not just sitting on top of the lines. All right, now let's just blend this out a little bit more. I might be asking too much for this. My daughter and I are having a hard time adjusting to the time change. I have a 4-year-old. And neither one of us are having a good time with this spring forward thing. 4-year-olds don't know how to tell time. All right, I'm going to use my blending brush because I'm just more comfortable with a brush. This is my F79 Sigma concealer blending brush. It is currently one of my favorite products that I've ever purchased, entire life. It saves many a look for me. See how much better that looks blended with this? I don't know. All right, I need a sip of water. Okay, that was good. All right, and now I'm gonna do, I don't know why it piled up in some spots. Weird. We're going to take this, and I'm going to go around the tops of my eyes to kind of frame out what I've done with the bronzer. And then maybe we'll do some of the eyeshadow, or maybe I should just go in with the bronzer is looking so orange now. And that's a light bronzer. But I did kind of put it on like an eyeshadow. Maybe that's partially some of the other makeup left over too. You never know. I'm going to try to frame these brows a little bit better. Blend this in. And don't forget to go into the inner corner here and just really try to carve that out. If you have the dark circle things, because you will get dark right in here, and people don't always think about that. But your concealer can go right there too, so you can remedy that problem. Everything is looking mighty orange, which is interesting. Go over the top of the brow too, just to frame it out a little bit better. And of course, I'll probably go in and like do some other stuff off camera. But I'll be doing my little wear test, and then I'll come back after work and tell you guys what I think, because I'm on my lunch break currently, as always. I do this on my lunch break because I'm that big. Should I set it now or should I wait to set it? Let's do the blush and everything else, and then we'll set it. But we're going to go in with the bronzer. Did I bring out a good bronzing brush? I guess I'm going to use this brush as a bronzing brush. And again, this shade is light, supposedly. It's supposed to be. You know what? I'm going to use this other one, this KVD brush instead. I do love that, but I want to do like a little contouring maybe with it. So we just go on in with this little KVD foundation brush, and I'm just going to use the bronzer. I mean, I do look super glowy. I mean, you cannot take that away. This is a baked formula, by the way. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. It just looks like a blush on me. But I've heard of people using blush as a contour bronze type thing before, so it's not unheard of. My friend's outside with his kid on one of those like motorized cars, so you hear that noise. It's raining and they're outside with umbrellas, and he's driving around this little Jeep, and it's so cute. It's one of our neighbors. Him and his wife and his children are the sweetest family, man. They are just so amazingly sweet. We have a really good neighborhood. We've lost a couple people. They've moved out of the neighborhood, but we're still like, you know, friendly with them, and just try to stay in touch. We have like one of these really great neighborhoods where everybody's, you know, tries to stay close and everybody's cool with each other. It's really nice. All right, I'm going to use my blending brush again. Get in there and blend. So it doesn't look so bad once you blend it out. It just kind of gives me like a really, I don't know, I feel like a really healthy looking glow to my skin. It's just really pretty. I'm very happy with that. All right, we're going to use this blush brush. I use this a lot. And I haven't cleaned it since I used it yesterday. That's full of truth right there. We're going to go into this color with the blush brush, and we're just going to roll and tap. And then I'm going to like tap it on the cheekbones. Woo! She's pigmented, y'all. She's super pigmented. Holy crap, that's pigmented. Natural Beauty say what? Oh. And because this is such a dewy formula, it's just sticking like, yes, like it's life. All right, we're gonna use a blending brush. We're gonna circular, short, and long stroke mixed. Just blend it all out, blendy, blendy. Do some circular motions. Then some long strokes. All right, let's do the same with over here. You guys getting a real good view of the schnoz there. Maybe someday I'll get my nose job. Maybe I'm too old for that. I don't know. I guess super vain of me to even be thinking about it, but I don't know. It's always been something with me. But then I see some people that are like gotten nose jobs and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, your nose was fine. And in pictures, usually I guess somehow I've been fortunate enough that most pictures, even profile photos of me, haven't been terrible. There's only been like one or two that I'm like, oh my god, my nose is so huge. It's just when I'm filming, and I don't know if it's because I'm just using my phone and I'm using the front facing camera, and they have a tendency to be a little fish-eyed, which will make your forehead and your nose look super huge. Okay. That is a lot of blush. But we're just looking healthy today. All right. We are going to use a highlighter that's in here. I'm going to use my bling brush, Ellie Dawson bling brush, and we're going to go into this highlighter. All right. I don't know why I'm making that noise. That sound effect is unneeded. I'm going to just put that in the top. I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose, upper lip, and then above the brow bone, like around the top part of my brow, on the sides. I feel like that's a lot of color. For a natural brand, that's a lot of color. Okay, so we are going to try one of these eyeshadows. So we have a really dark one here. That's one of them. Then we have like medium shade, and then we have like a really light shade. I think I'm gonna go with the medium shade here. I'm gonna blend out this highlighter because I don't think I did that yet. It's not a really strong highlighter. With all this makeup, there's a lot of really strong color to it, like really bold colors, but the highlighter is just very like subdued. All right, so let's pull this out. That's what it looks like. Kind of matches my top, ooh, or my sweater, and it matches the bronzer that I've got on my eyelid, which probably is mixed with something else. Okay, so I watched a video where somebody demoed this according to the instructions. Okay. And you just leave it on and let it partially dry. All right. I'm going to take my finger and just tap. It's pretty. I'm going to take the other one. Same thing. And I wish I could read the packaging, but it's got this white writing on it. I think it's called Heat. I believe it's Heat. The shade. Do I want to put a little bit more on? More on. Do I want to put more on? Do I want to be a moron? Y'all, I'm stupid. Just don't listen to me. Okay. I didn't let it dry this time, but I'm being an impatient bee today. This is really pretty. I think it's very pretty. Shimmery, healthy looking, nice. I might put some eyeliner on because I don't know what to do without eyeliner because I have these super thick lids. I want to put the light color on too, just in the inner corner, just to open up the eyes a little bit. And then we'll put the mascara on and brow gel and lip oil. And then I am going to, well, I'm going to seal it first with the setting powder and then all that fun stuff. All right, so here's the light one. I especially cannot read this. But here we go. We're going to use the lightest one. So I'm going to put it right there and right there. I'm also going to dab it in the inner corner here. I'm sure this probably looks super messy. Where's my hand mirror? Y'all, I'm just all over the place tonight. Okay, so that's gonna be a different finger. Just try to go in and just tap and blend. Just the lightest touch possible. Oh, they're coming back around. I can hear them coming. Little Levi. That's what the little guy's name is. He's so stinking cute. My daughter loves him. She had to go for a ride with him in his little Jeep, and she just thought it was the greatest thing ever with his mommy and his daddy. But then Emma's got this thing like where she just cries when she's, you know, she just cries. That's her response to anything fun stopping. She just cries. Like, it's, come on, people have to have their lives. People have to live their lives, child. All right, so I'm going to use the, do I want to use the brow gel? I think I want to set the face first. So we're going to use the Cloud setting in the shade Airy, and I'm going to use my setting powder brush. And we're going to seal the deal and seal this all in. Fluffy. It doesn't have any smell, so there's that. Okay, so we're going to go with the forehead first. It's the part that I always want to set down most of all. And then we're going to go the rest of the face. Nose included. Set that schnoz. I always put it on my lips. It helps your lipstick stay a little bit better. I don't know if I'm going to use that bright red lipstick though. Maybe if we do some serious eyeliner. I don't know if I want to do all that though. I'm trying to be natural today. So you can see where, like, after I put on the makeup, because I have to draw on my eyebrows, some of the eyebrows have disappeared, but that's my fault. So I'm going to use this to set the under eye. I don't really like setting the under eye, but I'm going to try it since I got this setting powder. Hopefully it'll stay pretty and dewy like this all day. It's still pretty dewy even after the setting powder. That's pretty impressive. And the setting powder has no scent. The JSC stuff that I use, it does have a scent. And I don't know if that's what makes, oh, I'm starting to itch. I was going to say maybe that's what's making me itch, but no, I think it's just the fact that I've got powder on my face. Especially my nose area seems to get the most itchy. I'm just going to draw back on those brows there that got swept away in the makeup. Because I don't really have brows. Then we'll put on the brow gel. I'm probably going to be working on this off camera some because I do have to try to go get my lunch. I don't know. Not my best work, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a girl with makeup enthusiast. Okay, here's the medium brown gel. The containers are so freaking cute. I'm going to pop some of this on. And I can tell she's already super pigmented. Oh yeah. That looks good though. I love the tiny little brush that they have. I am a fan of that. I like this. I think that it kind of gives you like a very good like low makeup, no makeup type look. If that's what you're going for. I do really like that look though. That's kind of my thing. That's kind of what I'm after most of the time. Now when I'm doing videos, of course, I like to play with the color and experiment and try new things, and but like a good little everyday look can't be beat. And I don't always wear makeup every day, but I've been more interested in it as of late since my accident and, you know, having the scarring and stuff like that on my face. It's more appealing to wear a little something. Sorry, I put that right up in the way where you couldn't see what I was doing. It's more appealing to have a little something on than nothing at all. All right, so let's go in with their mascara. I've never tried their mascara, but it is a lengthening fiber formula, and it also has the care ingredients in it so that it makes your lashes better in the long run. Now, I know Khloe Kardashian loves this because apparently she loves it. I mean, I think she loves it. It was in her Ipsy X when she did the takeover. Ooh, there's the brush. Ooh, that's nice. Actually, that might hug the lashes pretty well and make them curl a little better. I'll just do this one eye. Now this eye, truth be told, I wore lash extensions for a little while, and it was not a good idea because I'm so sensitive that I picked at them. And I kind of destroyed my lashes underneath. So this eye has shorter eyelashes. I've been using a lash enhancing serum at night whenever I remember. Sorry for the light changing. It's natural light coming in from the window. Again, the lighting's something I need to work on for this channel. So that's one coat on one eye versus no on that eye. I'm going to go in and I'm going to dip back into it. I just love little sample size lash. I do have a full size Kosas mascara. I'm just kind of been very intrigued by the brand. I've been dying to try them. So when I saw that they had this foundation that was a skin loving foundation, I thought, well, why don't we give that a try? Because if it passes the midday crusty test, then we're good. Because around 5 o'clock, by 5 o'clock most days, I have buildup of product under here around that little vein that you see in my eye. And I have a little dry patch on top of that vein. We're going in for a second coat on the first eye. I feel like it's giving my lashes a lift. Sort of like that Charlotte Tilbury mascara that I tried in my full face of Charlotte. Full face of Charlotte Tilbury was fun. That was a fun video. I fell in love with that mascara. I'm going to have to buy a full size at some point in time. I know what the big deal is now. Let's just put it that way. All right, we are already well in. I don't think I've done a video where I've done the full face on film ever. Not since the early days. So we're at 39 minutes already. But it looks good. Really pretty. Very natural. I think makes me feel naturally pretty. Yeah, that's a rare feeling for me. I never feel naturally pretty. I'm just gonna go with the gloss because I don't know that this lip is gonna work. I guess maybe we should try it, right? We should try it. If it doesn't do it for me, we can take it off. Okay, so she leans kind of orange too. It smells so good. Like vanilla frosting. Oh gosh, she's so pretty though. That's so pretty. I love it. What a beautiful red. Right. It's an orange red, but I like it. Everything with this brand seems to lean heavily warm, but that's fine. I'm not mad at it. It's kind of giving me a little warmth to my face. All right, and we're going to put this lip oil on top because why not? It's like a brown color. Okay, so I'm sure I'm probably going to be tweaking this a little bit, but we're already going pretty far into time, so I might have to speed up some of this anyhow. I don't know. I've never done the speed. I know I can. I have the ability to do that, but I've never tried it on my videos. I know I must get a little nervous about it. I'm sure I'll make a couple alterations, but so far, so good. I really like it. I think it's just a very natural look. It just looks like I'm one of these people that just wakes up looking beautiful, you know? I mean, not saying that I'm beautiful or anything, but you know what I mean? Like they wake up looking the exact same way. It's just a very natural look. The pigmentation is there on the blush. The pigmentation is there on all of the products. But I think that it's a very easy way to get a very natural look. So I like that. I will come back later and I'll have had more makeup on and we'll be able to do a little bit more of a test, I guess, or a testament to what I think of it. The lip product feels really, really good, by the way. But we'll be back in a bit, so I'll see you in a little bit with my final thoughts and the final check-in. Okay, guys, we're back. So, I have been wearing this full face of Kosas Beauty since noon, a little after noon. The video is really, really long, so I'm going to have to cut it quite a bit. But I have to say, because mostly what I was more interested in was this foundation and this concealer. I'd heard good things about the concealer and I'd been dying to try the concealer for a while, but I had tried the tinted moisturizer or it's like a oil, like a serum foundation stuff. And I wasn't a fan of that. It was too runny. It just delivered no impact as far as color went, and I'd gotten it in like an Ipsy, or no, it was a BoxyCharm. I got it in a BoxyCharm and I wasn't really that impressed with it. It just didn't really do much of anything to me. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really doing a lot. Like you could still see all my little red spots through my skin. It didn't really cover anything. So I guess the coverage was just a little too little for me. It was too much of just a tint. But this foundation, I have been very interested in trying, and I thought I'd give it a go. I know everybody says that the products lean a little bit on the warm side, and they do, but luckily enough, I am so darn fair that as long as I do like a light enough coating of it and then just use a bunch of other warm products, that it's okay. So it can go to the neutral side a little bit for me. But these both are their cool leaning. Like they both are supposed to be cool toned. So they worked out great for me. Now, after hours of wearing it, this is the spot where I get the driest. So I'm going to get real close to y'all. So there is where I usually get piled up foundation and just dry, goopy looking. And even under here sometimes, you can see my dark circles coming through. So it's probably I need a little something more powerful than this concealer. Maybe some sort of color corrector. I heard another young lady who did a video on something else I've reviewed talk about it, but maybe like a color corrector down before I did this would have been helpful. I don't know. But I am really, really enjoying this, and I really do love this as well. I think that they look great. I don't think I need to be like, I don't want to like cancel out all my like little things, like my little imperfections and freckles and stuff like that. I like for them to still show through. And I have this birthmark right here that still shows through. I've got freckles on my nose that still show through, and some on my cheeks that still are visible under the correct light. But what I like the most of all about this product is just how, or these products in general, is how dewy my skin looks. My skin looks fresh. I don't look dehydrated, which a lot of times makeup makes me look super dehydrated. Now, granted, I don't probably drink enough water. I mean, do any of us really drink as much water as we're supposed to? I'm no exception to that. I don't drink enough water. And I sometimes, with this certain makeup brands, I end up looking like I don't drink enough water. So I really, really enjoyed these products for that. I feel like the blush is really beautiful. It had a lot of impact. I blended it out, and it blended out well. The bronzer just warmed me up enough to where the warm toned eyeshadow, which was just these little paint on and then dab with your fingers eyeshadows, it gave me enough warmth altogether to be able to pull off the bronzer and to be able to give me more of a warmed up summer glow look. So I'm really excited for spring because I feel like this is going to work well in the spring and in the summer because they give you a really natural feel. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel itchy, really. The only thing that I felt like was just a tad bit itchy was the setting powder, which I don't usually wear setting powders very much. It's very rare for me to wear one. And it may just be that it's something extra on my skin. My skin's just not used to it. The only setting powder I use regularly is the Jeffree Star setting powder, and it's a luminous finish. And the smell of that one just, it smells good, and I love the way it smells, but I think the smell of it actually kind of makes me a little allergic. I'm sorry. I still love it. It's still going to be holy grail because the way it makes my skin look is amazing. And I gotta say, this is really putting up a really good fight against it. I don't typically turn to setting powders for anything. And since I tried the Jeffree Star setting powder, the Jeffree Star Cosmetics or JSC, I have been more interested in them, but that's not something I'm generally interested in the first place. But I have to say that this is really creeping up there. It does give me that luminous glow. It does give me a perfected look to my skin. Of course, you know, I still need some tone correcting under the eyes and stuff like that, but that has nothing to do with the powder. But when you look at my skin, where just like up close and personal, you don't see like a bunch of like pores or anything. You can still see my freckles, which is nice, but you don't really see like humongous, ginormous pores. There's a little rubbed away under my nose, and that's because I got into something that was agitating my nose a little bit because I do have a lot of allergies, and my nose was dripping. So I did blow my nose, and probably when I blew my nose, that's when it rubbed off under here. And this part needs a lot of help because I have this scarring from my accident. But in all, I have to say, I'm over the moon. I love Kosas. I love Kosas. That's it. I've just decided that they are my new favorite, and there's nothing about them I don't like. I am so excited to be able to have found a brand that I feel like really does everything I need it to do and makes me feel this satisfied. Makeup is difficult because I love the way a lot of makeup looks, but then it will make me itch or make me uncomfortable, and I'm ready to wash it off by the end of the day. This is not doing any of that. Even the eyeshadow, even the mascara, which is blowing my mind because there's some stuff that I bought. Like I have a Physicians Formula butter mascara, smells amazing. Itches the crap out of my eyes. the Thrive Cosmetics mascara makes my eyes feel dry somehow. I don't know why. I love that mascara though. I will never stop using it. I do not care. But this mascara does provide the length. And it still doesn't make my eyes dry, which is great. So there's the only part of my face that is itching is just the top of my nose. And it's just because I went and smelled something because I wanted to see if it was still fresh. And I mean, it was makeup. And it was something that's been sitting around for a while. And after I smelled that, it had a very powerful glue scent or something that was just very strong, and it made my nose agitated and then made my nose drip. So outside of that, it has nothing to do with the makeup at all. The makeup is perfect. I love all of this Kosas beauty. I love them. I love them. I need to stop talking though, because this video is already going to be so long. I'm going to have to do some major cutting. But yes, it's a go. It is a go. Kosas, you have my heart. I am so in love right now. It's ridiculous. I've never been more happy with just a full face of makeup. I think Charlotte Tilbury was very, very close. I really, really enjoyed those products. But this whole bag of love right here has just stolen the show. And nobody will ever compare. So yeah, so we're good and we're happy, and thank you for watching, and I love you guys so much. You guys are the reason why I keep coming back, and the reason why I keep trying new things, and why I'm even trying foundation is because of you guys, because I've learned to take care of your skin. And for me, I've noticed that the things that perform the best on my skin are the ones that work with the natural beauty lines, usually the vegan and clean beauty usually works the best for my skin and my skin sensitivity. So thanks to you guys for keeping me on the up and up about taking care of my skin and making me realize how important that is. So I see a shift coming in my life. I see that we're going to start leaning towards more clean beauty type things, more natural type things, I guess. But anyhow, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask down below. If you'd like to see me do more with this brand, like another look or something, please say so down below. And I probably will not focus as much on the application and all this other stuff. But anyhow, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Bye.